Well, hello, everybody. This is GreenBean, and we have a delight for you today. Big news. As you know, this is speculation season, and we're going to see a lot of ideas that we come up with either happen or not happen. We're going to see guys get hired, signed, fired, cut, all sorts of fun stuff. Well, right now, we just got official word. It's been quite the day. Learning that we may or may not have fired our guy, but turns out we did. So what we're going to do today, I have a little surprise, and I'm going to bring on our buddy, Dom C, and we're going to look at some of our offense throughout the season to see exactly where this is. Is it all Lafleur? Is getting rid of our offensive coordinator, Mike Lafleur, is that enough? Is it a cure-all now? Are we good? Are we ready to go? Or are there other places to look? And also maybe there's some positives woven into this as well. So without further ado, let's bring him on right now. Let's say hello to our good pal, Dom C. Thanks for hopping on with me, Dom.
Hey, Bean. No problem, dude. I appreciate it. I wish it was on better notes for us Jets fans, heading into the playoffs where we're looking out, from the outside looking in, now having to hire a new coordinator, this, that, and the other thing. But I digress. It's the life of a Jets fan.
It really is, man. I was, I didn't know. I didn't know what they were going to do. I really could see it going either way. There was plenty of support. Like I understand it on both sides, but here we are. Like you said, it's the life of a Jets fan. We are out an offensive coordinator. You know what I hope, Dom? I hope it's all Rob Calabrese. I just hope he's our dude.
That'll work. That'll work great. That'll work great.
You see, we didn't know Rob Calabrese was being held down by Lafleur. He didn't want Calabrese taking his thunder. So Calabrese is going to be the hero. Maybe that's what we got.
Could you imagine what Jets Twitter would do if that was the actual call? Hey, we've decided to, quiet the room a little bit more, and we're just going to let Calabrese run the show.
One voice.
That's right.
It's the Rob Calabrese all day, every day show.
Yeah.
So that would be something, man.
Interesting nonetheless.
So, all right. So we're going to take a look at some offensive plays here throughout the season. And interestingly enough, you have one queued up here. We're going to start with week 1. So this is going right, way back so we can take a look at this. I'm going to pop it up on the screen and you let me know what we're looking at.
Yeah. So I wanted to really take a bigger look, not just at Zach, not just at one in particular situation. What do we need? And I think everyone, whether it's the top priority or not, knows that quarterback is it. So I took a couple snippets from different plays from different games from all three of the quarterbacks that saw the field and kind of dissected, picked a little of this, a little of that, and look at them lost opportunities that, with viable average quarterback play, we might not be sitting in this situation from the outside of the playoffs looking in. Let's talk about what we're looking at here.
All right, great.
This is the Baltimore game. End of the game, fourth quarter, and we're lined up. Obviously, we're in the red zone here. 11 personnel, and as you see, you got Ozama over here who's going to float over to the right side, make it 3-by-1. 3-by-1 is very common as he floats over. We'll see. Common look at it here is a levels concept from these receivers. So you're going to get one of these guys goes deep, one of these guys is going to go short, one of these guys goes, in the middle route. I mean, it's a very common NFL offense scheme. Now, there's no pressure here on Joe Flacco. And again, this is what I said. If we got halfway decent quarterback play, we might be in a completely different situation. So I'm going to let this play out here. And you see it from the snap. So you got your short route here, you got your medium route here, and you got your long route coming here. Okay? There's no pressure. You got a good pocket. Flacco's got a good pocket, and he's throwing. Where's he throwing to?
Yeah, he's already letting loose.
He's already letting loose to dump off to Breece Hall here with a guy. Now, there's some space here, but there's a guy here. Now, I just want you to watch this guy circle right here. Mr. Garrett Wilson.
Oh.
Wide open.
Yep.
Now, we can watch that again. Watch it in fast play as it goes. He just doesn't get off of that look. He doesn't get off of that initial look. He looks here. At his first progression, it's closed. He dumps. There's no pressure. There's nothing going on. We miss a wide open Garrett Wilson that would have scored a touchdown. Not really processing what's happening, the situation, what's happening in the field. So let's move on. You know,
Yeah,
I got
there you go.
I got another one queued up here for you.
Nice.
And this is Pittsburgh, so this is Zach. Sorry.
Yeah, it's just as you cue that up, it's interesting to see. I mean, because to the naked eye, that's a positive play. Hey, no problem, man. You get it to Brees Hall. We got a couple yards. But right, if you just take a second and look at the whole, you'll see. No, that was a massive missed opportunity.
Sure,
right there.
absolutely.
And we
absolutely.
see that throughout the year, man.
No, absolutely. I got a Pittsburgh game here. Zach Wilson at the helm.
All right, there it is.
Oh, sorry. We'll let it play, and then I'm going to bring it back. Again, talking about missed opportunity. We're in 12 personnel as we start, and they're showing man across here. They got a one deep safety, right? It's a great scheme. This is an absolute great scheme. Okay. What is it? It's max protect. So they're showing they're going to bring blitz. We max protect. Zach locks in right here. As you see, his eyes are looking this way. All right. The whole time. And as he plays out, he overthrows. There's a little miscommunication with Elijah. Elijah goes a little deeper. Zach throws a little shorter. And here's the play again. Now, two receivers in this. Watch up at the top. If he looks Garrett Wilson's way, he's got about 5-6 yards of separation. That, if that's not a touchdown, it's pretty damn close.
Yeah.
Secondly, as I let this play, you had a little chip and slip here by Michael Carter.
Yeah, look, he's got 30 yards to play around with.
He's got 30 yards before he plays around. Again, this is a component of our quarterbacks not processing what's happening in the field. It's max protect. You have only two reads. And again, maybe he's being told by Lafleur or the quarterback's coach or whatever, you're only looking at the right half. I don't buy that. Not with two receivers running
right.
routes,
Then why have the rest going on? Like, what? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Exactly.
I'm with you there.
So if I just freeze it here, like I said, there's 5, 10, 15, 20 yards before the first defender. If he had just dumped it off here to Michael Carter, on top of the fact that Garrett Wilson has 7 yards of separation by the time he makes his post cut, and he probably waltzes into the touchdown for 8 yards.
Yeah. And at minimum, both of them are first or just they're completions. And we got nothing.
Absolutely. This is what I'm saying. This is the part where I really think that it has a lot more to do with who's at the helm and who's making decisions on the field, more so than the coaches on the background that are scheming up the plays. You know, that's my belief.
It's it's unfortunate because, like you said, I mean, clearly more than enough as far as what the scheme needed to bring to the table. More than enough.
To touch on all three, of our quarterback plays, I got a Mike White play here. Now, this is the Seattle play, the Seattle game, excuse me, and it's our first offensive play. All right, our first offensive play. They came down the field. If you remember, they scored on us. We got the ball back. So we're in 12 personnel. We're heavy and tight, meaning both tight ends are on one side with the wide receivers with short splits here. All right. I'll let it play. It's a great play action. All right. It shows run and they bite hard. You see all the linebackers dive in here, right?
Look at that.
You see all those linebackers bite hard on the play action fake. We got a levels concept. We got a short, we got a medium, and we got a deep. And you have Mike White with no pressure whatsoever. He could try to zip one right here and he might hit Garrett Wilson. But watch as Uzomah breaks.
Yeah, look at that.
He's wide open. You could hit him. He could have thrown this ball already to Uzomah for a 20-yard, 25-yard completion. Or as he breaks, if he wants to lead him, he's got plenty of room to do that. But Mike White just hustles, and tries to force something. I want to watch it from the end zone view as well. He gets a little gun shy. Now we know in hindsight he was hurt. So right here, you got a tight window. You can fit that. But watch Uzomah. As he breaks.
Yeah.
He's open. Throw the ball. If he throws it right here, Uzomah just walks into that, and he's got more than 5 yards of separation from that safety. I mean, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, and he's going to be able to see that. You could say, well, it looks like he's closer than it is.
Yeah.
But he's not. Like you said, he's over 5 yards. He's actually about 6 yards, about 5 or 6 yards away.
Yeah.
He's got to be able to identify that as the quarterback.
Listen, the receivers they were schemed open. I mean, the route concept worked on this play. All right. The quarterback failed to deliver a ball in a timely fashion, and seemed to be the MO of our offense time after time after time. Hesitation, indecisiveness, not fully processing what's going on with the defense. And then we get this. We get Mike White trying to force it to a wide receiver who's already 2 yards out of bounds. All right, we didn't turn the ball over, but again, missed opportunity.
Yeah, amazing.
Absolute missed opportunity.
It's right. It's a shame, man. And it's like, we're plucking, and I like how you're doing. Look, we got Mike White, we got Zach Wilson, we got Joe Flacco. It's all throughout the season, and it's the same. It's the same stuff, and the plays are there.
No, absolutely, absolutely. The plays are there. Here we got New England, Week 11, the big Zach game. And I use big very, very loosely. This was the game that made a lot of the people that were wavering on the fence of Zach Wilson kind of fall one way. But we're in 0-1 personnel, spread offense, also known as one running back, 4 receivers. You got 2x2, and both of the receivers are stacked. All right. So New England's showing, look at this right across. All right. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys creeping. You got a 6th guy here. They're showing pressure, right? They're showing pressure. I'm going to play it through. Zach only looks one way. And that's the ball that just absolutely is horribly thrown. Now, he's got time. He's got time. He's got time. There's enough of a pocket. If he steps up and throws the ball right there, this defender is kind of tailed. I mean, make this throw. But again, hesitant, not confident, not sure, indecisive. He overthrows what should have been an interception. I mean, the thing hits him right in the numbers. But even more so, if you don't like that throw because of this linebacker lurking, look at Denzel Mims on the top.
Yep. I was just going to say that. There's another one.
I mean, Zach's got the arm. Lead him. Look, this guy's falling down. He's got a little bit of separation here. You can put this ball between Denzel Mims and the sideline and probably reach pay dirt.
Yeah.
Just bad decision plays by our quarterbacks, time in and time out. You can't tell me that this offensive scheme didn't work. It worked fine. We put two wide open receivers, and the quarterbacks just made a bad play.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, again, it's interesting to see. It's really easy watching the TV to go, this guy, that guy. But when you take a second and look at all this, it's usually, at least from my perspective, what I think I see during the game, doing this actually shows me something very, very different a lot of the time. So all right, well, look, man, I know look, here we are. We are without an offensive coordinator.
Man,
there are rumors that maybe Mike Lafleur has already got a new job because of things like that. Sure. Hopefully, whatever the hell it is that we do, there's a solution. Because I'll tell you what, Dom, nothing would burn me more than to watch him go somewhere else and have a great, just a regular average quarterback and look fantastic. And then here we are stumbling and bumbling with Rob Calabrese or some old man that's past his prime. Or
the corpse of Gary Kubiak is what everyone's asking for.
I know. It's all so unnerving. But hey, man, thank you for stopping by.
My pleasure, man.
And we'll look at more of these throughout the offseason and see what it is that we can get together for this friggin' team, because what a disappointing season. But thank you, Dom C. We'll talk some more.
Thanks, Pete.
See you, everybody.